faith can do. It doesn't deny. You can't say you got this situation. I got to get personal. Faith doesn't deny the fact that my son had cancer.
No, he doesn't.
Well, I'll tell you what. Faith denied the right for it to stay. Faith denied the things that my son should have had to go through. The tumor detached itself. Faith denied the fact that his nerves were going to have to be cut. And his jugular artery, he was going to be kind of deformed, and all these things they're telling us that's going to happen to my son. Faith denied it. You got to get enough of Jesus in you so that you can start speaking it out of you. See, the Bible says he's the first and he's the last. Except half the time, Pastor, we got it kind of wrong. See, we might question him as why first. Oh God, why this? Why me? Why not? And then we'll ask him last. After we've tried it all on our own, hopefully you ain't trying it for 12 years. Then we'll finally go to God. You got to understand something. Man, I got so much. You can have his healing. You can have his protection. You can have his love. You can have his grace. You can have his mercy. You can have his wisdom. You can have his authority. But you might need to initiate something. We always wait for God to initiate something. You know how long it took me to give my life? Now, I'm not going to get into it like that, I promise. But I never wanted to initiate the conversation. Always waiting for somebody else. Waiting for her. Luckily, she made the initiation, if that's how you want to call it. She initiated the first step, and I'll just tell you, she asked me to shave the ice up at Lombard, but off that. And that was because I didn't have enough confidence or faith in myself to initiate. And guess what? It may never happen had she, of course, if God ordained something, but she initiated it. We have stuff. The promises, the covenant of God that is rightfully yours. It's yours. It's yours. I can't beat that home enough. It's yours. See, she believed. She believed in a God and a Messiah that would heal her in spite of her imperfections. She was sinning by being there. But she knew. She knew that she knew that she knew. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some conditions. We all know that sin separates us from God.
Amen.
James 1:7. I'm getting ready to close. God's not done. Okay. James chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "But let him ask in faith with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord." He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. And then guess what? If you're not sure, you might have doubt. Worry, fear, and doubt is what? Not from God. So if you're sure you think you might have some of that, then you better start getting a little more Jesus in you to start building that up.
Amen.
Something else I got to show you. Daniel 3. I'm almost done, I promise. Ronnie, I didn't know you think it was so long. Okay, we all know the story. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They wouldn't bow down to his idol. So then when the king Nebuchadnezzar was told about it, in rage and fury, does everybody understand what that means? Please don't make me illustrate it. Okay, you guys know what rage and fury means. So in rage and fury, he gave a command to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So they brought these men before the king. King Nebuchadnezzar spoke, saying, "Is it true that you won't bow down to my idols?" I'm paraphrasing.
Nope.
See, it's just like the devil. You make a stand for God, you start getting a little faith, and he's going to give you a way out if you'll take it. Is it true? So what I'm going to do is the horns and all this stuff's going to play, and then you're going to have one more opportunity to bow down. In verse 16 it says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter." We don't need to talk to you about that. If that is the case, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand,
Amen.
O king. But if not, let it be known to you, O king, that we do not serve your gods, nor will we worship the gold image which you have set up. I believe there's a misconception about this verse. That we need to believe and we need to pray and have all the faith in the world. But if God doesn't want to do it, I just read you James where it says, a man who doubts should not expect to receive nothing from the Lord. What this is saying, I believe, is that, "Oh, king, we don't need to talk to you about this. Our mind's made up. If you want to throw us in the furnace, our God is able to deliver us, and he will. But if not, if you don't decide to throw us into the furnace, we're still not going to bow down." It's not a matter, God, I have all the faith in the world to believe this. But if not, that's all right. That's all right. But if you don't decide to throw us in the furnace, we're still not going to worship your gods.
Amen.
See, worship you. Yeah. Man, I wanted you guys in on this, but that's all right. We need you. The Bible says our righteousness is like filthy rags.
Right.
I'm going to be real. A sanitary napkin. Come on, let's be real here. It is garbage. Our righteousness is garbage.
Amen.
But you know, I want you to play softly at the moment, Eagle's Wings. There's a reason why you play that tonight. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. But in the book of Isaiah 61 and 63 or 64 or something like that, it says, maybe 64. It says, He hath clothed me with the garment of salvation. I think I got that right. And wrapped the robe of righteousness around me. He is the fairest of 10,000. And if you don't know what that means, it means He is everything that you could ever hope, look, want, chase after. He is. He is that. He is the fairest of 10,000. He's everything that you could ever want. This woman knew what to do with Jesus. Could it be that how you react to Jesus could be how God's going to react to you? What you do with Jesus could be what God's going to do to you or with you? She initiated her healing. It didn't take 85 people, and I'm not docking this, it didn't take 85 people up here praying, having the faith for them. She initiated her healing. If you got a situation going on and you don't understand how to get out of it, you don't understand why God hasn't answered it yet, the first thing you need to hear or do is hear more about Jesus. You need to eat, sleep, breathe it. You need to get so much of it in you that you need to, come on, we've talked about habits before, how long it takes for a habit to grow. You know once you learn something and you do it over and over again, how much easier it comes and you know it. And you got confidence. You got confidence you can do it. The problem is, why do we lack so much confidence when the victory, it's not you can have the victory, church. It's not you can have it. You already got it. The victory is yours. It's already there.